Hello, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Khalil Sports Bar. I am your host, Khalil, about to host the Khalil Sports Bar live right here in Lynchburg, Virginia, Loudoun County. And today, the Knicks got their fifth win in a row, defeating the Mavs 117 to 109. I'll tell you exactly what that means, what the odds are for the Knicks, by the way, to get a playoff spot. And you know they're on a five-game win streak. I'll tell you about that for sure. I'll tell you about the fact that the Sixers defeated the Clips 106 to 103. Donovan Mitchell is dealing with a sprained ankle, but he's going to miss several games. I'll tell you guys about the fact that The Rock bought a new house for $28 million, by the way. Get you guys to that. Or it's a new mansion, if you will. I'll talk with you guys also about the fact that Jabari Parker got signed to the Celtics, by the way. Cody Bellinger is dealing with a hairline fracture in his left fibula, by the way. Not look good there. Nets defeating the Hornets 130 to 115. Jazz defeating the Pacers 119 to 111. The Bellator 257 results and the releases and the superstars being released in WWE. Get you guys to those for sure as well. Aaron Rodgers raising $276,000 since $25,000 to the North Valley Community Foundation. While it's also Jeopardy, by the way, I'll tell you what that could mean for him and whether or not he should do it full time, and whether or not that's going to be a teaser. I'll tell you about that for sure. He's retirement, by the way. I'll tell you this: what the Anthony Pettis is going to be debuting for PFL April 23rd. The Rock buys a new house in Cali. Oh, I talked about that already. Stone Cold Steve Austin, he sold his LA career for $3,395. $3,395,000 about that for sure. And that's all the news I have for today, relations on that note. And yeah, that is all the news I have for today, relations. And also the rain release in WWE. So that's right. That's all there is for it, everybody. First things first, but I'm starting things off with the fact that the Knicks got their fifth win in a row against the Mavs. Luka Doncic and the Mavs, 117 to 109. Orange Julius Randle scored 44 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, and a block. RJ Barrett scored 24 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. D Rose scored 15 points, 1 rebound, and a steal, 5 assists. Reggie Bullock scored 11 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal. Luka Doncic scored 22 points, 8 rebounds, 19 assists, 1 block. Kristaps Porzingis scored 23 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal, 2 blocks. And Tim Hardaway Jr. scored 16 points, 2 rebounds, and assists. My goodness. The Knicks, they're for real. Like they're for real now. They have been on a. Can anybody stop them? I don't think so. So the Knicks right now, they're looking pretty good. And I'll tell you this: the Knicks right now, they're gonna be the heavy favorites to yes, they're gonna make it to the playoffs. So, but I'll consider them as the heavy favorites to the make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And if they ever get there, they can walk out as the Eastern Conference Finals champs against the Sixers. Probably get wins against the Bucks, which they already got with no Greek freaking, no Chris Middleton by there. They already got. My goodness, I gotta say, the Knicks right now, they're for real. If the Knicks can deliver a title, oh my goodness. I would consider Julius Randle when that's guy. He is playing an MVP level right now. Yes, he is. I said he's been dropping like 40. He's dropped like 44 points. I say 44 points. And my goodness, is anybody that's going to be able to stop him? Nobody can. Nobody. But my goodness, the Knicks right now, they're on a 5-game winning streak rampage, and they're definitely going to the playoffs. I'll tell you that. They're going to that play-in tournament. I'll say that for sure. But my goodness, the Knicks right now, 5-game win streak, 5 in a row. Can they keep momentum? Questions? Can they get the momentum going? And they got a win streak in the playoffs. But I'll tell you that. But it won't be that easy for them though. So they got to go through the Nets. They got to go through the Sixers. They have to go through the Bucks. Got to the Celtics. Got to go through the Pacers, the Heat. Every single one of those things. But my goodness, the Knicks right now, they have to be absolute underdogs. They would have to be, the sleeper team. But my goodness, They're contenders right now. I'll tell you this right now. The Knicks are going to be contenders heading to the playoffs, heading to the Eastern Conference playoffs, heading to the Eastern Conference finals. And my goodness, I got to tell you right now, the next main event in NBA title game, and if it's against the Lakers, oh my! Remember, the Knicks got a big win against the Lakers though. This past week or last week, by the way. But my goodness, wow! Knicks, they don't disappoint at all. I'll say that right now. If the Knicks can get it together, if the Knicks can finally at least get some more wins, get some momentum going like they did last night, defeating Luka Doncic and the Mavs. That's probably one of the biggest wins yet. Oh my! The Knicks, they have to be heavy favorites to win the Eastern Conference Finals right now. It may be the Nets, Durantula and Kyrie Irving, but my goodness, I gotta say, Julius Randle, R.J. Barrett, D. Rose, Reggie Bullock, Elfrid Payton. How can you stop them? How can you stop these guys? You just can't. Like, you honestly can't stop these guys. You just can't. So, you think the Knicks are going to get to the playoffs? You think the Knicks right now are going to be able to make the NBA Finals and win at the same time? Let me know in the comments about that. I will definitely address this once every show. Because the Knicks right now, I'm in a good mood. The Knicks are winning right now. But wow, they don't disappoint. Not one bit. I'll tell you that. They don't disappoint at all. I'll tell you that, though. Also, I'll get into, by the way, Sixers defeating the Clips, 106 to 103. With the process of Joel Embiid scored 36 points, 14 rebounds, 1 assist, and a steal. But 1 assist and a steal. Ben Simmons scored 12 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals and blocks. Furkan Korkmaz scored 18 points, 3 rebounds and steals, 4 assists. Danny Green scored 11 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals, and 2 blocks. PG-13 scored 37 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and 2 blocks. Marcus Morris Sr. scored 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Reggie Jackson scored 13 points, 4 rebounds, and assists. Rajon Rondo scored 10 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 assists. And Patrick Patterson scored 18 points, 1 steal, and a block. But Sixers, they're the top seed right now in the Eastern Conference. They really are. Clips, they're looking pretty good as well, though. But how's Kawhi Leonard going to do? He didn't play in that game last night, though. But I got to tell you, PG put in a lot of points. 37 points, not enough there. Pretty good, though. So Joel Embiid right now, they're looking pretty good. And I'll tell you, the Sixers, they may not make it to the. I mean, yes, they're going to the playoffs for sure, though. But are they going to make it? Are they going to make it out alive in the playoffs? Are they going to win the playoffs? Let me know in the comments about that, and I'll definitely adjust I think the Sixers have a lot of momentum heading to the playoffs for sure, which they do. I'll say the same for the Knicks because they're on a 5-game win streak, which they are, by the way. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But Sixers right now, they have to be the top team, and they have to be the heavy favorites to make it to the NBA Finals. I'll tell you that, though. Nets are, Bucks are, but that's all there is to get to know with that, everybody. Also, some others, I want to talk to you guys about the Bellator 257 results, by the way, everybody. Here they are. Julia Budd defeated Dayana Silva by split decision. Julius Anglickas just defeated by TKO strikes. Gracic Bazanyan defeated DeMarcus Jackson by decision. Raymond Daniels defeated Peter Stenanek by decision. Lance Gibson defeats Marcus Sorrenti by decision. Carl Albectison defeated Victor Nemkov by decision. Mads Burnell defeated Saul Rogers by rear naked choke. J.J. Wilson defeated Pedro Carvalho by strikes. Paul Daly defeated Saba Hamasi by strikes. Veda Artiega defeated Desiree Yanez by majority decision. Corey Anderson defeated Devletson Radu by strike. Davis by unanimous decision. So those are your both 257 results, everybody. That's all there's you need to know, everybody. Also, ladies, there's other news here, and this time I would have addressed yesterday, though, even though I didn't get a chance to. So a lot of you guys know this by now. 10 superstars have been released in WWE. Samoa Joe, former WWE wrestler and color commentator, he's been released. Samoa Joe. The Iconics of BLK, Pain Royce, they've been released. Kalisto, Tucker, Mickie James, the future WWE Hall of Famer, by the way. She's also been released. So the Iconics of BLK, Pain Royce, they've been released. Chelsea Green, Bo Dallas, Mojo Rawley, and Wesley Blake. They have all been released from WWE. I'll tell you that. My question is, why are the other divisions released from WWE? Even though their names did come up on the Speak Out movement, by the way. So yeah, guys like Velveteen Dream, Matt Riddle, and you got guys such as what's his name? Jordan Devlin. Why aren't they released? Even though they were accused of instances, by the way, from that Speak Out movement. So Velveteen Dream should also be released. Jordan Devlin should also be released as well, even though he competed in that at NXT. You know, he competed at TakeOver, Stand Deliver for the cruiserweight unification title battle in that ladder match. Even though he should be released, and I can't figure out why that is. Matt Riddle, he lost the U.S. title, by the way, to Sheamus, by the way. So, even though he would have been released for sure, I'll tell you about that. Even though that didn't happen. Velveteen Dream's going to get released. I'll tell you that. He shouldn't be released next. He should also be released as well. I'll tell you that. But honestly, you know, something's got to give, though. So what are your thoughts about that, everybody? And that's all there is for that. Even though Mickie James, she would have, you know, even though she's came out of retirement, by the way, just come back, but she's retired, by the way. So Mickie James, don't know where she's going to wind up at. Could be NWA, could be AEW, I guess. Who knows? Samoa Joe, I'm not sure where he's going to wind up at. He could wind up, well, I mean, he could do color commentary. I can tell you that. He's really doing good commentary, much like he did on Raw, by the way. But yeah, he's done for it too. I'll tell you that. So he's been released. The Iconics, the Bill campaign, I don't know where they're going to go. They could wind up in AEW, Impact, or they could just wind up in NWA. Mickie James, who knows where she's going to wind up at? Knows about that. Kalisto, he's done. He could wind up in AEW, NWA, Impact, and other indie promotions. Billy Kane, Royce, who knows if they're going to wind up at AEW, Impact, NWA. Chelsea Green, that's Zack Ryder's fiance, by the way. She could wind up heading back to, I'm not sure, Impact, I guess, or AEW. That's Zack Ryder. He was also in WWE and a former AEW star. And also he's now in Impact Wrestling, by the way, I'll tell you about that. But yeah. Where would Chelsea Green wind up at? You think she's gonna head back to Impact Wrestling? You think she's gonna head to AEW? Now she did compete in the that match against, you know, the All In against Britt Baker, Tessa Blanchard, Madison Rayne. Good match, I'll tell you that. Really good match. So it was an amazing match. I'll say that. You think Chelsea Green could wind up in AEW? Russ, let me know about that for sure. Bo does. I know where it's going to wind up, but he's been missing all week, so he hasn't competed at all lately. So we all knew he's going to be released. To say that though, so that's all there is for that. Everybody on that note. Wesley Blake, he's done for, so he could wind up probably in Impact. Maybe Ring of Honor. Maybe Mickie James could probably Ring of Honor, I guess. Kalisto, Tucker, the Iconics, Billy Kane, Papers. They wind up in Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro, AEW, NWA. Chelsea, she can wind up in the Women of Honor, you know, Ring of Honor, that is. She can wind up in this women's title tournament, by the way. I'll tell you about that. You might see Bo Dallas and Wesley Blake. They could wind up with Ring of Honor, Impact, NWA, AEW. So that comes to the question right there. So now, who knows where all these superstars are going to wind up at, though? The ones that are going to lose, who knows where they're going to wind up at, though? So that's the big question right there, everybody. So stay tuned to that, right? That's all there is you got to know. Just for now on that, everybody. That's all you got to know. So that's a big loss there. Another thing I want to get into, by the way, that The Rock, by the way, he buys a new house or a new mansion, by the way, in Cali, by the way, for 28 mil. He got a new mansion at North Beverly Park. Rock's new neighbors are Eddie Murphy, Sofia Vergara, Denzel Washington, and Sylvester Stallone. That's a lot of star power right there. So that's on that. Also, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, Stone Cold Steve Austin, he sold his LA crib for $3,395,000. By the way, so that's a lot right there. It's got a I think it's got like a bed. I think it's got like a bedroom and all that. Sparkling pool, kitchens with Viking apparel. By the way, I'll tell you about that. With Viking apparel, I guess. But wow, and I mean absolutely wow. So I'm pretty sure Dustin, you guys are gonna wonder for sure where he's gonna wind up at. So it says right here that Ast 316 Texas Rattlesnake, the Texas Rattlesnake, Ast 316 Stone Cold Steve Austin. He sold his LA crib at Marine Del Rey for $3,395,000. By the way, it's a 4-bedroom home. By the way, 3K square feet, sparkling pool, hot tub, sprawling yard, perfect some backyard wrestling. By the way, the kitchen's got Viking appliances, water stone fixtures, and countertops made from Caesar stone and quartzite. Double-sided fireplace in the living room. The master bedroom, by the way, has a powder room and a soaking tub. And the state properties, Denise Fast, Remax State Properties, have listing, and Bob Safai and Brian Lane of Madison Residential. They rep the buyer. So wow, and I mean absolutely wow. That's a lot of stuff though. So where can he move to next? So you'll probably see him in home turf, Texas. He's moving to Texas. Check out Stokely Sports documentary tomorrow night on A&E. By the way, guys, check that out. And yep, that's all these you got to know on that, everybody. So, numbers he said there, I'll tell you that. And yeah, that will pretty much say it all right there, everybody. On that note. So yeah, that's the best as yet there. And yeah, it's a good place. So check that out. So, oh yeah, so that also, guys, Ben Askren versus that piece of trash Jake Paul. That's tonight, guys. Trilla Sports. So check that out, guys. And that's all there is for that, everybody. On that note, so another more forward to that, everybody. So all you got to know, everybody, on that note. More there. Also, another news that Anthony Pettis is going to be debuting for PFL on April 23rd. So that's a really good thing right there. I'll tell you that. Other news I want to get into, Donovan Mitchell, he's dealing with a sprained right ankle, by the way. No structural damage, but he's going to miss a couple of games, though. This is a big loss for the Jazz. Don Mitchell's a huge part, and Don Mitchell and the Jazz, they can be eliminated just like that in the first round. I mean, he can miss a couple of games, especially for playoffs. I mean, if he's not ready for the playoffs, that's not good, though. So it's not for the whole season, though. But I think Don Mitchell, he'll recover from this. He may not be needing surgery, I'll tell you that. So obviously, this is a big loss right there. And honestly, it's one of the biggest stars right there. So how the Jazz going to be without Donovan Mitchell? So let me know what comes to about that. You think they're still going to, get a win the playoffs, by the way? Let me know what comes to about that, and I'll address my sure. That's all you got to know. Also, another news that Cody Bellinger, he had a hairline fracture in his left tibia, his left leg. So thoughts brings out to him, his family members, and his fans. Horrific injury. And also Donovan Mitchell, who's dealing with horrific left ankle sprain injuries, right ankle sprain injuries. So those brings out to him. Wish to be covered by everybody. You should do so on that. Also, guys, Aaron Rodgers, he raised $260,725 to North Valley Community Foundation for hosting Jeopardy. I'll tell you this, all right? Aaron Rodgers was playing spoiler right there. Hosting Jeopardy. I'll tell you what he should do. I mean, just 2 weeks ago, but we all know that. I'll tell you what he should do. signed a long-term offer to be hosting Jeopardy forever. Not forever. Now, yes, there have been rumblings of him retiring from the NFL, despite the fact that he's been hosting Jeopardy hosting 10 episodes of Jeopardy, by which he has, and he says, and then he said goodbye. No. I'll tell you this, Aaron Rodgers, he makes a really good host. I'll tell you, he makes a really good host for Jeopardy. I'll tell you that he did really well this past week, last week, and this past week. I'll tell you that. But my goodness, Aaron Rodgers, by the way, he should do Jeopardy more often. That's what he should do. So hosting Jeopardy does more often. I'll tell you that. But even though he's a former Jeopardy champ, by the way, and MVP, which he is, he's in the game three-time MVP. He's also in a former Super Bowl champ, which he is, and a former Super Bowl MVP, which he is. But I'll tell you this. Aaron Rodgers, by the way, hosting Jeopardy is the best thing he's ever done. I'll tell you this. He should do it more often. I'll say this right now because Aaron Rodgers may, in fact, be in the final season of his NFL career with the Packers. And I don't mean him being a free agent or just him having to lead the Packers. I'll tell you that. I mean him playing the season out and having to retire. I mean, yes, he can still make the playoffs, by the way. But if he can't win another Super Bowl title in his hands, let alone become a two-time Super Bowl MVP, he's going to retire. He'll have to retire. So that's all I got to say on that, everybody. So I think Aaron Rodgers, him being full-time for hosting Jeopardy is the best thing he could ever do. I hope he does that. I hope he does that. He should do a multitude. Congrats to Aaron Rodgers on that. He did really well. He makes a good Jeopardy host. I'll tell you that. But wow, that's an amazing job he did. So Aaron Rodgers was playing spoiler, by the way. But I'll tell you that. But he's going to consider retiring, by the way. And it could be by next season, by the way. I'll tell you that. So he may do so. So keep eyes on that, everybody. That hopefully he does so. And hopefully against the Rams when they really, really want. I'm looking forward to that. I know I am. Also, guys, another news that the Jazz and he's also dating Shanley Willie, by the way. He's also engaged to Shanley Willie, by the way, guys. And I don't know when they're gonna get married, so who knows? Let's look for that. Also, the Jets defeated the Pacers 119 to 111. Nets defeated the Hornets 130 to 115. All this you gotta know on that, everybody. So best news right there. And others I want to get into, by the way. One more happy birthdays out to M. Bison, the Street Fighter, AI from Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, Wayne Co-San of Art Fighting 3, Victoria Beckham, Jennifer Garner, Rudy Mara, Co-San, Wayne Co-San of Art Fighting 3, Victoria Beckham, Jennifer Garner, Rooney Mara, Africa Bambata, Redman, Late Great Roddy Piper, Tammy Roman, DNA, Paula Lane, Andy Mineo, Althea Hart, Dwayne Casey, Lorna Fitzgerald, Twin Kimberly Elise, Boomer Esiason. You got Joe Wilfried, Sangha, Sol Rodriguez, Niem, Walsh, Romaine, Grosjean, Tyron Woodley, Sleeks, Constance Jablonski, Jacqueline, McKins, Wood, Layla Rachan, Gia, Montegna, Trey, DeKid, Fuchsia, Sumner, Monet, Mazur, Elena Huffman, Angela Robinson, and Lindsay Hartley. So send your birthday wishes, your birthday shows up with tweets over there. Should do something on that, band. That's all those you got to know on that. So I should that, band. Also, sell us some Jabbar Park. Congrats them on that, especially yet there, everybody. And that's all those you got to know, everybody, on that note. So another more to that, everybody. And that's all I got to say on that. So that should do it right there, everybody. That's all I got to know, everybody, on that note. Also, guys, Ben Askren's going to take on that baseball tonight, guys. A Triller, by the way. Check that out, guys. I hope Ben Askren destroys that piece of Jake Paul, who was accused of sexual assault, by the way. And he's denied that. So hope Ben Askren just destroys him. I'll tell you about that. Hope Ben Askren just destroys the guy. I look forward to that. By the way. So I look forward to that, everybody. Well, this is I will do right there for the Clear Out Sportsbook. Tune in, like up to the Clear Out Sportsbook YouTube channel on Facebook by any and always necessary. Be sure to always tune in to Clear Out Sportsbook by email on necessary. Like, subscribe, by the way, and tell me what thoughts about that are. What are your thoughts in your comments of the Knicks being on a 5-game win streak after they took out Luka Doncic in the Mavs last night? What are your thoughts about that? 116-109. You think the Knicks are gonna? You think the Knicks, by the way, are gonna make it to the playoffs? By the way, you think the Knicks are gonna make it to the East Conference Finals? I think the Knicks are gonna make it to the NBA Finals. I'm not about to show you. You think the Knicks can actually walk out in the NBA chance? I'm gonna come about that. I'll just want to show you. Also, the fact that you know, Orange was playing like an MVP, which he is, by the way. So that's goodness. I'll tell you that. Yeah, that's about that. What are your thoughts on the Sixers defeating the Clips? They 161-103. Joel Embiid looking pretty good as ever. The Sixers are. Clips are, but they lost by 3 points. That's about that. Dustin Ness defeating the West by 130-115. Let me about that for sure. What are your thoughts on Jazz defeating the Faces 119-111 with the Shane thoughts praise out to Don Mitchell. He's dealing with the sprained right ankle injury. No structural damage, by the way. So X-rays came out negative, so he's doing okay for now. He can miss a couple of games. He's gonna miss a couple of games, by the way. Don't mean how many games he'll miss. That's all there's for that. Everybody. All I'm saying that. But wait, thoughts exactly on The Rock buying a new house in Cali for $28 million, by the way. New mansion, by the way. That's by the adjustment. What is so close to us selling is a $395,000 house, LA crib, by the way, in Marina Del Rey. That's about that. Everybody, I'll just want to show that's about that. Yeah, that's exactly on Cold Sun, Jabari Parker. That's about that. Is that a good move right there? Bad move with that. What are your thoughts on Cody Bellinger doing the headline fraction left to Felix? That's about to him. Mr. Speaker, everybody should do on that. It's always good knowing that, everybody. Yeah, that's on Marquise Goodwin signing a 1 year off for the Bears. Everybody, thoughts about that? That's like I said, everybody. Your thoughts on the releases of WWE superstars? You know, guys such as Billy Kay, Payne Royce, the Iconics, Kalisto, Tucker, Chelsea Green, Bo Dallas, Wesley Blake, Mojo Rawley. So we thought about that, but we think they're going to wind up at. You think they're going to wind up in Impact, AEW, Ring of Honor, ROH, NWA, New Japan Pro. So I wait, that's about that, or other promotions. So wait, that's about other promotions. Wait, that's about that, everybody. I'll just want to show everybody. That's all you got to know on that. So like I said, everybody, that's all there's you got to know for now on that. Number 2 right there. And send your brother wishes out to M. Bison, Street Fighter. AI from Neo Geo Battle Coliseum, Wayne Co-Son of Art of Fighting 3, Victoria Beckham, Jennifer Garner, Rooney Mara, Africa Band Bata, Redman, Lakewood Rider Piper, Tammy Roman, DNA, Paul Lane, Andy Mania, Althea, Hart, Dwayne Casey, Lauren Fitzgerald, Twin, Kimberly Elise, Boomer Esiason, Romaine Grosjean, Sleeks, Tyra Woodley, Jacqueline McKinswood, Layla Rashan, Gia, Montegna, Trey DeKid, Fuchsia, Sumner, Monet Mazur, Elena Huffman, Angela Robinson, and Lindsay Harley with us. But that just want to show me that's all. This thing about the best show about the sweet somebody. Let's go do from now on that. So let's say about that. Well, that's some Marquise Goodwin signed 1 year off with the Bears. Wait, that's about that, right? I just want to show that's all you got to know on that. I've had my breaking news. Sometimes live updates. And also Ben Askren is going to take on the piece of trash Jake Paul, who was accused of sexual assault by the way by a TikTok star, Justine Paradise, who spelled out. So that's about that, everybody. What because Jake Paul could face. He's gonna get destroyed by Ben Askren, by the way. So that's about that, everybody. Just want to share. That's a good fight you're going to watch right there. And he's denied it, by the way. That's all there's in news on that, everybody. So that's it for that. What are your thoughts on Anthony Pettis making his PFL debut on April 23rd? Thoughts about that, but I just want to share. That's all you got to know on that. I've had my breaking news. Train Thomas, I've wrote this one. It went up to Bellator 257 results, but that's about that. I just want to share. That's all you got to know on there. I've had more breaking news. Train Thomas, live this one. So a whole lot more in the Khalil sports, with everything sports related, everything that you got to know it. So that's all I got to say. Everybody, take care, everybody. You guys have a good evening. Please be safe there. Bye bye.